Hey friends, today I'm making a Rolodex and I thought I'd make this one into a shape of a puzzle. So I found a puzzle that I do some art on and I was just tracing some of the pieces off of that to make a kind of puzzle shape. Thought to do something a little bit different. And so then I did the same thing as I did last time. I sanded down a little sanding block my card. I have tons of these cards, so I'm thinking that all my pieces are going to be with these cards. I'm just going to make my Rolodex cards like this. So I don't have any like card chip letters or anything like that, so I thought I'd put some of this glossy matte or glossy medium, can't think of the name of it, on there, and it'll go clear, but you'll see the page in the background, the brown paper, so I thought I'd use that as my lettering. So putting some other brown pieces of paper with stamps that I got in Happy Mail across my piece, and then it'll kind of bring in the color of the create that I'm cutting out there. I thought that would be a neat way without using stickers or like any other kind of wood embellishments or anything like that. I thought that would be a different way to be able to do that, create that look. So I'm just getting my edges here into my little puzzle piece and getting that on or getting it cut around. So I'm just working on my lettering now, and yeah, so what was it, like a texture, a glossy texture paste type of stuff. I can't think of what it's called exactly right now. So yeah, I'm working on that, and I thought that was an interesting way, just doing it through the stencil and then just getting my words out that way. I had a few different words that I can use for that. So another thing here that I'm doing is using my foam just to push my scissors through so I don't have to poke myself or anything like that when I'm cutting inside some of the lettering. So doing that, going to glue down my create, and then I decided, I was trying to think, what am I going to put in this? I didn't know what I'm going to put on this, and I'm like, saw this little tag I have on the other side. It says dream big, dream something like that on there, and I'm like, okay, dreams and stuff like that, and then somehow made me think of a glass slipper. So I have no idea how that made me think of a glass slipper. So I drew a glass slipper and I started using my acrylic fluids and kind of trying to make it look glassy. I seriously have no idea how I thought about that, but somehow I went to Cinderella. She dreamed big, I guess. So I'm using my Posca pen to take some of the pencil markings out, and we used a paper that was like off-white cream, and so I just mostly use cream if I cardstock if I'm drawing anything. I just have tons of that. That's what I buy. I don't buy white. And then I realized, well, I gotta put this on top of my card, and I gotta make it look like a glass slipper, so I have to put the brown paper over top to make it look like you can see through the slipper. So I'm like, oh no, I gotta figure out this. So I did that, putting the brown paper on top, and I'm gonna kind of fix up the paint and make it look glass, and doing a little bit of the bottom of the foot or the shoe there. But I had to match up the pattern, so luckily I had another pattern of that stamped image that I tore and put it there to make my slipper look glass-like. So I paint over it, and I would say the one thing that I shouldn't have done is I did eventually add glass beads, and it was very bumpy, and I probably shouldn't have done that. If I do another glass slipper look, I think I will leave out the glass beads and just put a glossy, thick, glossy medium on there instead of the glass beads. But that's afterthought. So I'm gluing my create, and I'm just using a stick glue, Elmer's stick glue, and it worked pretty fine. I was a little worried about it curling at the top or anything, but it was pretty good. It worked fine. Excuse me, ahead of time here, sorry. I used my Q-tip to add some color, then I just realized how inconvenient that was because I was getting all these fuzz everywhere, and I used back to my brush, getting the teal that I put on the shoe around my create, and on the edges, putting lots on, washing lots off, kind of making it look like it's worn, as it's been there forever. So here I'm putting the thick medium on. Oh, this is the glass beads. Now this is, yeah, I'm like regretting putting this on there. I just think it was too much, but maybe not, I don't know. I think it looked too bumpy. I should have made it nice and smooth like a glass slipper. I don't know. Anyway, it's done. So I put a little bit on the create, and then I'm taking some words that I cut out there, and that was a tag, and that was think, and then also the word dream, and also the word big. So I back them up with the brown paper. That's the paper that we use for recycling, and actually it's like the newspaper, the tops and the bottoms of the newspaper to protect the newspaper for the girls to deliver. I've just been using that. I use them for my journals and sketching on and all that kind of stuff, and so I just was using that as backing to that. So there it is. I used my Posca pen to get some of the edges of the create, to pull in some of that black from those words and make it pop. And then I get like, I think I get a nice look with that. Edging up the brown paper around. Same kind of feel of a paper bag. It's just the paper that goes over top the newspaper piles. And then I do my stitching all the way around this puzzle piece Rolodex. And just get a little bit around the shoe and that here and there, just to kind of make it pop, because the shoe's quite blending in, right? I do get this graphite. It wasn't the best choice. It's too light, and eventually figure that out and try something else, but I do get a little bit of that in there, graphite, to darken it up and get, like, you know, wipe on, brush off effect, and get a little bit of like there's old shadows effect in there. I'm using my Q-tip, of course, and I'm really loving it. I really like it more when I grab my watercolor crayons, and then I do some edging with those, and then I go in with my around my shoe and stuff, and then I really like that. I'm using my Tim Holtz water brush here. I have had this for like years now. It looks terrible, but it works great. And this is where I'm using my crayon, watercolor crayon, just kind of coloring all around there, and then I just wet it up with my brush, and then I dab my crayon with anything I need to add on there. And there we go, easy peasy. Considering I had no plan at all I wanted to do is make a puzzle piece. I don't even know how it fits together, but it does. It looks cute. So I went around the shoe. And what am I doing now? Well, I'm adding some matte medium around because I'm finding that I put some sheeny stuff on there. Too sheeny, and I wanted the shoe to be, and the create word to be sheen, but nothing else to be overly sheen. So I'm trying to do that, make that go down a bit. Now this picture here is quite white from the shoe, and I still, even the still picture still didn't cure long enough. It's been only like a day. I couldn't wait, and I had to add the picture. But that is the glass slipper. So I'm thinking, I hope it cures a little bit more, but that is it, my friends. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.